Let's be honest, graphs can feel like something you left behind in math class, right? But what if I told you they're actually hidden stories? Seriously, packed with action, drama, all just waiting for someone to read them. And today, we're going to learn their language.
Okay, let's make this super real. Just think about your phone's battery today. You woke up, unplugged it, maybe you scrolled social media, answered some emails, watched a few videos, and then eventually you plugged it back in. Every single one of those actions creates a story in data. So the real question is, what does that story actually look like?
Well, it looks a little something like this. Yep, that's it. This one single line with all its little ups and downs and curves, that's the entire journey of your phone's battery over a full 24 hours. And believe it or not, that simple shape, it tells us everything about your day. I mean, from your lazy morning scrolling to that big video you watched in the evening. All right, let's do this. Let's break down this phone's daily story. We're going to go piece by piece and learn how to actually read it. Now, to read any story, you need to know the language, right? You need to know a few key words. These are kind of like the basic building blocks for any graph. So let's start with maybe the most important concept of all. It's called a functional relationship. Okay, that sounds super technical, I know, but all it really means is that there's a predictable connection between two things. For our phone story, it's simple. As time ticks by, something predictable happens to the battery level. One thing directly, and I mean directly, affects the other. So what are those two things that are connected? We call them quantities. On our graph, you can see them clearly. We've got time running along the bottom, that's the horizontal line, and we've got the battery percentage going up the side, the vertical line. That's it. Every single point on that squiggly line represents a specific battery level at a very specific moment in time. Okay, so we know what we're measuring now, time and battery. Got it. But now for the interesting part. How does it change? Because the shape of the line, that's what tells us about the pace of the story. Was this a slow, lazy Sunday, or was it a crazy, frantic Monday? All right, first up, when you see a line that is perfectly straight like this, we call that linear. Just think of it like your phone is in airplane mode. Or maybe it's just sitting on your desk, not doing much. Yeah, it's losing battery for sure, but it's happening at this super steady, predictable, constant pace. No drama, no surprises, just a slow, consistent drain. But then you see something like this, a curve, or maybe a jagged line. This is non-linear. This is where the drama happens. This is you, gaming on your phone, or on a 2-hour video call, or using GPS to navigate somewhere new. The battery drain is not steady anymore. Its pace is all over the place. It's a variable rate, and that's what gives us these exciting curves. So here's the big takeaway, the thing to remember. A straight line means a constant rate of change, steady as she goes. A curved line means that rate of change is, well, it's changing. It's either speeding up or it's slowing down. This is the perfect visual for the difference between a calm moment and an action-packed one in our phone's day. Okay, so we've got the pace of the story down. Linear is calm, nonlinear is action. But what about the plot itself? You know, is this a story of victory and recovery, or is it a tragedy of slow decline? The direction of the line, that tells us everything. And listen, there's a golden rule for this, and it's so simple. Just like reading a sentence in a book, you always read a graph from left to right. That's it. As your eyes move from left to right, if the line is going up, the amount is increasing. If the line is going down, you guessed it, it's decreasing. It is genuinely that easy. So when we see our line heading up towards the sky, we call that an increasing function. And for our phone, what does that mean in the real world? It means you plugged it in. Finally, the battery percentage is getting bigger and bigger over time. It's charging up. And of course, the opposite is true. When that line is heading down, that's a decreasing function. And let's be real, this is most of our phone's day, isn't it? We're texting, taking photos, scrolling, and that battery percentage is just slowly or quickly getting smaller. It's draining away. All right, we've got our vocabulary list. We know about linear and nonlinear. We know about increasing and decreasing. It is time to put it all together. Let's go back to that very first graph and read the full story of our phone's day. So take a good look. I mean, really look at it. With everything we just talked about, can you see the story now? Can you piece together the narrative? What actually happened to this person on this day? Okay, let's read this story together. So, the day starts off with this slow, steady drain. See that straight line? That's a linear decrease. The phone's probably just sitting there, mostly idle. But then, bam, the afternoon hits. Look at that steep, jagged drop. That's a sharp, nonlinear decrease. This person was definitely doing something intense, maybe a long video call or some serious gaming. Then, in the evening, relief. We see this quick, straight shot upwards, a linear increase. They plugged it in. And finally, overnight, once it's fully charged and just sitting there, the line is totally flat. No change at all.
So let's just pause for a second. What did we just do here? We didn't just analyze some chart. No, we unlocked a brand new skill. I'd even call it a superpower. And it's one you can use literally every single day. See, the whole point of this isn't just to learn a few math terms. You learned a new language. You learned how to read the language that data uses to tell its stories. And now you can find the hidden narrative in numbers all around you, whether you're looking at your phone's battery, a company's stock price, or even something huge like climate change data. Because at the end of the day, every single graph out there tells a story. It's got a plot, it's got a pace, it has those quiet moments, and it has moments of high drama. And the best part? Now you know how to read it. You're fluent. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you see a chart, maybe it's in a news article or a work report, don't just gloss over it. Don't just see lines and numbers. I want you to pause for a second and ask yourself, what's the real story here? What other incredible stories are out there, hiding in plain sight, just waiting for someone like you to come along and read them?